I mentioned I would do a post on sandbagging, so here it is. What is a sandbagger, or what is sandbagging? Sandbagging is when you intentionally play below your potential so that you affect your handicap so that it is easier for you to compete and win in the future. So it means posting higher scores than what you would actually normally get because you are swatting at a putt, intentionally missing that birdie or that par, so that you'll have to post a higher score, because that, my friend, is sandbagging. You know you're a sandbagger when you don't really try on your normal round. Are you really making your best effort every time you play? Or if you do something in violation of equitable stroke control. Equitable stroke control is something that's created in order for you to have a maximum that you can post on a hole. So say, for example, your handicap at a course is a 20 to a 29. Then you're able to post the maximum score of an 8. So even if you got a 9 on that hole, the maximum you can post is an 8. You know you are a sandbagger when you pick up a lot during your round and you take your max or your maximum. Like today, I picked up on a par 3 hole. I was lying 3 and my first shot was in a bunker. I hit it over to another bunker and then again to another bunker. So I was lying 3 on a par 3. For speed purposes and pace of play, I had a partner in this event. She was good with her par, and I knew I couldn't do better than that. So I was going to pick up. Now, some people are under the impression that that means that you post an 8. You take an 8 because that's the maximum I can take if I'm a 20 handicap. But that's not actually what you should post at that point. If I am picking up in 3 and I'm close to the green, I would count 1 stroke, 1 imaginary stroke to get on the green, that's 4, and an average of 2 putting, right? So that would be a 6. So I should be taking a 6x instead of an 8x. So that's one way of knowing if you are a sandbagger. If you do that a lot and you go, oh, I have to take my max, 8x, 8x, 7x, whatever your max is. So that's a sandbagger. You may not know you were a sandbagger, but that is a sandbagger. So now that you know, you can stop doing that, right? What do you do about it if you know someone who is a sandbagger? Well, if you're the sandbagger yourself, once you become aware what a sandbagger is, hopefully you will stop that. If there is a sandbagger in your life, the best thing to do to deal with them is to, number one, the USGA recommends that the best place to post your score after your round is in the shop or the lounge at your club. So at that facility, not on your mobile app, even though you can post on your mobile app, it's not against the rules. They recommend the preferred place to post is there. Why? Because there's people standing over your shoulder, etc. And you all walk right in and post, and you're probably not going to increase your score or adjust your score if you're doing that. The other thing you can do is you can, witness them posting their score. You can look on the GIN app online or on your phone and see if they in fact did post their scores for the rounds that they played with you or the rounds that they played with someone else. It is, again, recommended that when you're playing in a foursome, there are a couple of scorecards. In each cart, my twosome and the other twosome of our foursome should all be keeping everyone's scores so that it's really clear. And if you wanted to check later on if there were a sandbagger in your life and you wanted to make sure they were posting the correct score, you could go online and check that and verify. Just discover that maybe you have been a sandbagger in the past. Well, if you have, that's okay. Now you know what to do in order not to be one, and you know how to address the people in your life that are sandbaggers so that we can all compete fairly for that cash that we're playing in our friendly round or for the trophy that we're going for in a tournament.